these photographs that we brought today are some photographs that we inherited. Our great uncle, he had these photos made of his daughters, Iola and Picola. We found out who the photographer was from a newspaper article that was located with the pictures that said that his name was Mike Disfarmer, and it had a copy of that photo of them in their prom dresses. And so we received other photos, and we were just wondering if any of the other photos were Mike Disfarmer's photos also.
Mike Disfarmer was actually born in Indiana, and he never really felt like he was part of his family. They were farmers. He didn't want anything to do with that profession. When he was able to, he moved to Heber Springs, Arkansas, and he wanted to start a photo studio there. People understood him to be very eccentric. When he died, he had no will. So all of those negatives from his studio were left to just rot. And it wasn't until several decades later that those negatives were purchased and people began to find out about who this photographer was and created over 3,000 glass plate negatives of the inhabitants. What happened was that people were making posthumous prints from his glass plate negatives. So there are photographs that exist that show up on the market that are actually later prints. But what's much less seen are these vintage prints. This one here is one of my top 10 of his images. I think it is so charming, and this is one that you can actually buy later prints from, but I haven't ever seen a vintage print of it.
Great.
Who is this here in this photograph?
Now, both of those, I believe, are younger photos of the girls.
I definitely think this is one of his photographs, mostly because it has this very strong black stripe behind her, and that is very telltale for his studio. And then the child in the center. The reason why I know it's by Mike Disfarmer is what's on the back. It's the Meyer Studio. He changed his name.
Oh.
He was born Mike Meyer, and he wanted to really distance himself from his family after his mother died in 1930. So he changed his name from Mike Meyer to Mike Disfarmer, which he thought literally meant not a farmer. In auction, I'd be mostly thinking about the value of this print, which is the most well-known image, and I would put an estimate of $8,000 to $12,000 on the group.
Wow. 8 to 12,000?
$8,000 to $12,000.
Wow, that's astounding.
Much more than you
For
thought.
Yes, and something that was just passed down.
Somebody should have been
I was looking at my
her.
sister's face when she said $8,000 to $12,000, and I go,